So hello everyone and welcome back. It's been a while since a colouring video, but I thought today was the perfect time to come back and do an unboxing and review. Although I'm really not sure the world needs another one of these pencils reviews, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I was browsing Amazon the other day, as you do, and I'll pop these pencils, the Amazon Basics colouring pencils. Now, I have been looking at trying these for a while, but I could never find a listing in the UK. And they seem to be sold in the US. People are always raving about them. I've watched many reviews about these pencils, how they compare to Prismacolors. I don't have a Prismacolor budget, let's just say that, so I won't be comparing them to Prismacolors. So they were never available in the UK, and there was never even a listing for them. And then I was just browsing and up popped these pencils. And for 72, they were £16.67, which I think makes them the cheapest pencils I own, because even the Giorgione set I think was about £20. So I had to try them. And then I got the box. I got the box with no additional packaging, which is why this is all ripped, because I have my address label in. So it just comes in the manufacturer's packaging. And then I opened it up and I thought, I've got to do a video because I want to show this. So they've come really well packaged, really secure. I haven't even opened the tin yet, so I don't know what they're like. But they are packed in with foam and with several layers of bubble wrap. So we're going to open them together and see what they're like. That bubble wrap's going to be useful. I am going to be using that for something else. So let's just get rid of that, and I will cut out this crackling as I open this up. So these are the premium coloured pencils. Now, one thing I will notice between the videos I have watched and this one is the tin is completely plain. This doesn't have the design on the front or the colours on the back. So, this has tape on it. Okay, so give me a second. I have some scissors. Why am I trying to ruin my nails? I have actual scissors. Okay, I've got that open. So this is not on a hinge, and oh, these look lovely. So I've got two layers. That's quite awkward to get out. Two layers of pencils. These have quite a thick core. Yeah, I've seen the reviews mention how thick they are. They are quite lightweight, and yeah, they have a very thick core considering the size. So simple, it's just Amazon Basics. Are you in focus? I can't even tell. And then the colour 515 and a thick core. They are sharpened but flat. So they look really nice. I have got some paper, and as I said, I can't compare these to Prismacolor. Oh, they do feel nice and soft though. This is just bog standard printer paper. I haven't sharpened them. So I will be colouring with them to see what I think and then coming back. They seem to be quite vibrant, probably benefit from a sharpen, and they look reasonably well scented. There's one or two. There we go, there's one. That it looks like it's a little bit off center, so it's not sharpened evenly. So I don't know how they compare to Prismacolors. As I said, I don't own any Prismacolors, but these just feel really nice and saturated. It looks like I've got a good range of colours. And oops, it's just a random maroon. So yeah, I will come back once I have coloured with these, but they feel really nice. I suspect I'm going to buy a 72 pencil case for these, which will probably cost more than the pencils, because I don't like these trays. But yeah, they feel... how soft they feel. Just give me 1 second to come back. Okay, I'm trying to find a comparable, and I think they feel about as soft as these, my Brute Funa Squares. So let's see if I can compare a similar pencil. So what's going to be similar? Yeah, I would say texture-wise, they remind me of the Brute Funa Squares, which are the softest pencil that I own. And I love these, and I do use them quite a lot. These were more expensive than these, but that was 120 set as well, so I've got them in there. I'm going to use this pencil sharpener because it comes with different sized sharpeners. So yeah, and I will colour something and come back soon and let you know what I think. And welcome back. I have been using my pencils for a little bit now, and I thought I would tell you some thoughts. As before I've mentioned, I still am not really an expert in any colouring technique other than picking a section and putting a colour in it, and that's how I like to relax. So did not keep them in the tin. I think I said pretty much. I would have to review the footage. These are especially bad trays. Now, I've had some really flimsy trays out of pencil boxes that I've purchased, but these were pretty bad. But the case was fine, so I did buy this case for them, which is a 72. However, when I got the case, I wasn't a fan of the layout for the 72 because it has 7 sets of 10 and then 2 on the side. So I put my polychromos in this because I've got 60 of them and it works fine, and I swapped it for my case that I had my polychromos in. So we shall just open this up. So yeah, I've got them nicely in here, and some of them are a little bit shorter. I've been using them. Yeah, they fit in nicely. It's a nice pretty rainbow. So what do I think of these? The main word we're going to say is inconsistent. Very inconsistent. So I do have my colour swatches book here. So here are the Amazon basics. They veered from really lovely, soft, rich, pigmented colours like the geranium red, and veered all the way through to scratchy, may as well colour with a nail, like the lilac and the lavender. A couple of the blues, this teal green was especially bad as well, but they're wildly inconsistent. So some of them really are not pigmented at all. As for using them, they're fine. They're fine. If I'd bought these as a first set, I would be happy. They'd be fine. I would have got on better with these than I did the first big set that I bought myself, because I bought myself the Castle Art watercolour pencils, not really knowing the difference between those and normal pencils, and I hated them. If I bought these instead, brilliant, would have loved it. And you know what, I enjoyed using them. They're fine. Are they the best I've got? No. But these were £16 something for a tin of 72, and they're absolutely fine for the sort of colouring I do, which is pick a section and put a colour in it. If you blend, you may want to get something a little bit better, but for all these videos where people say, oh, they're like a Prismacolor dupe, I certainly hope that when I eventually save up my pennies and buy a Prismacolor, that they are nothing like these. I really hope so. I don't own Prismacolors, but I can't imagine that these are a dupe of them at all. So out of everything I've got, I don't think I've got anything for definite that I would say these are a dupe to. Their own little thing. They're inexpensive, let's face it, that's their main draw. I've been watching a few more colouring videos, and when they first launched in the UK, I think they were really cheap, like about £12 for the 72. And then I've been watching them on Amazon, and they've gone up to 19, down to 17, to 15, to 16. So they bounce around the price-wise a bit. And do you know what, for the price, I'm just going to keep saying they're fine. I will use this set. Will I repurchase this set if I run out? No. There are other pencils I want. So I have coloured with them. And, oh, I have a pencil in here at the moment. This is the book I'm using at the moment. I'm colouring with my Black Widow pencils at the moment. So this is actually an Arteza page I did. So here is the page I did with my Amazon pencils. And I know the colour scheme is a little bit, you know, horrific. But I was colouring with them, and then I kept going, I want to try that colour, I want to try that colour. And in the end, I just slapped down everything I felt like. And you know what? The pigmentation for most of the colours I used was absolutely fine. This is bog standard Amazon paper, and I'm going to say it again, they worked fine. Apart from, this is one of the, I don't know if it's lavender or lilac, it barely felt like going on the page. But you can see the reds are rich, the pinks, the various blues and greens are rich. The black is a little bit more on the grey side. This is the black in the Black Widow set. It is actually Black Widow, so it is dark. And you can just see it is significantly darker than the Amazon one. So yeah. And then I can't remember which colour this one is as well. This one looks like it was a bit dry as well compared to the others. So basically at the end of this review, all I've got to say about them, these pencils, is that, you know what, they're okay. They're not mind-blowing in any way. Do I like them as much as many of my other pencils? No. Have I had worse pencils in my life? Yes. And they're fine. The colour range isn't half bad. Let's just pull these up again. So we are lacking in decent purples. We have a lavender and a lilac, which are barely worth using. So we only have a couple. Red violet, again, it's not very pigmented. A nice range of blues with a light blue, but there's no real step between pale and then sort of mid-toned. Greens are nice, browns are nice, and there's a couple of nice greys. For a 72 set, it's, again, the colours are okay. It's not too heavy on the yellows, which I found in a couple of other sets. There's a few reds. There are a couple, perhaps too many of these really pale shades, which are really close together. So they sharpen nicely. Every single one of these has been sharpened. I did not have any breakages at all, and I sharpened every single one of them to swatch them just to make sure that I didn't have any breakages. They hold their point quite nicely. As I'm using my Black Widows at the moment, and they hold their point longer than the Black Widows do. I feel like I'm sharpening them more than I did these. And yeah, they don't hold it as long as the Polychromos, but they are really hard pencils compared to pretty much everything I own, and they definitely last longer as a point than my Square Brute thinners. So would I recommend them? Yeah, if you just basically like colouring the same way I do, they're absolutely fine. I find myself just, you know, not underwhelmed, overwhelmed, just whelmed with these. But yeah, this is a distinctly average pencil, and they're okay. So if you have used these, I would love to know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you all soon.